Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading for July 29th through August 4th. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Princess of Cups. You're somebody with an intense imagination. I feel like you have a very rich inner life. I feel as if you tend to see the world through your own lens, you know. I think that you sometimes immerse yourself in these worlds. I think you love to read fiction books, like maybe even fantasy books or something like that, because you really like a very colorful and very descriptive sort of reality, you know? And so I feel as if you sort of dwell inside a lot, you know? You like to go within and connect with that world, with that landscape. You probably do creative writing yourself even. Yeah. I feel like this card is encouraging you to pursue your dreams. Take something from this rich inner world and take one step toward manifesting it in your external world. Okay? In some way, whether it's a new hobby or a new challenge, a new skill, a new sport, whether it's something that you've always wanted to pursue, take one step toward manifesting one of these dreams, something from your inner world, right? It could be something even very simple as just an important dream symbol. Be on the lookout for it in your external world. Okay, let's say you always dream about a golden feather, right? Try to find one in your outer life, on your way to work, or while you're at work, or at the gym, or library, or with your friends, or wherever. Around the house, the backyard. Be on the lookout for that dream symbol. Okay? I think it's going to be very important in encouraging you. It's going to be a very important synchronicity for you. Okay? And I feel like you've met a celebrity at some point in your life. Am I right? Let's see what the next card is here. Look at that. We've got a Prince of Cups. Princess and a Prince of Cups. I feel like you're going to meet somebody this week that is going to be a very sort of intense person. I feel like they're going to be an artist. Okay? And you may meet them anywhere, coffee shop, at work, online even. But somebody who's really seems to have a very intense personality. Gender's not important. It's not gender specific, but somebody who is very intense about their art, about their creativity, right? And maybe this is inspiring you in some way too. This is somebody that's very fixed in what they sort of believe, in what they feel about the world. This is the card of the artist, right? And I think that this is encouraging you to bring out your inner artist too. In other words, you have this very vivid and very rich inner life, this imagination. Find a way to express it. Again, it goes with the Princess of Cups too, finding a way to manifest that world that you experience. It's the same way that, you know, an artist, a poet, a writer, or whatever has a very vivid vision of life and is able to somehow put that on a piece of paper, a canvas, you know, that sort of thing, sculpt it, whatever. Find a way to do that yourself, okay? Even if you suck at these things, even if you're a terrible artist, find a way to translate what you experience inside into something in your external world. Start drawing, painting, sculpting, whatever it is. Start creative writing, write some poetry, do all of these things, even if you're terrible at it. Even if you've never done it before, try it. Okay? Let's see what's down beneath the surface. 2 of Wands. There's going to be a dispute over some sort of territory for you this week. Okay? The 2 of Wands is a card of dominion, right? This is kind of like, I think there's going to be like some, maybe not territory, maybe it might be over a possession or something. I kind of feel like you're drinking out of somebody else's coffee mug, right? And they're kind of saying, hey, that's mine, you know? But I don't think it's going to be that sort of superficial, but it could be, right? But I feel like there's some sort of a conflict happening. It feels like it's at work. It feels like somebody feels like you're stepping on their toes, or it's just kind of like that's supposed to be their work, their responsibility, and you're doing some of that work, and it makes them feel threatened. All right. There's some sort of a dispute over that. I think at the workplace, maybe you do remote work. It doesn't matter, but it's the idea that that somebody else is very protective of what they feel is their kind of central duties for the day. And if somebody else is starting to do those duties, then it kind of threatens their job, right? So I think they're sort of insecure, and your level of productivity is sort of threatening to them because of their insecurity. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong here, but I feel like that's sort of going to be an issue in the next few days. Okay. The card behind the scenes, 3 of Wands. Very nice. This is your idea of identity. This is you also knowing that you are doing the right thing. Okay. And now it could be related, of course, to the fire energy. We have fire and fire here. It could be in relation to this situation in the workplace. And I say work, maybe it's school, maybe it's at church, maybe it's, wherever it is that you're putting your effort, with other people in the kind of a group dynamic. Okay. I feel like you really are doing the right thing. You are acting and behaving virtuously. That's the idea of this card, You feel like you're doing the right thing. Does that mean you persist doing the right thing at all costs? Well, if this other person's feeling threatened, it doesn't matter if you're doing the right thing. They feel a certain way about it, right? So it's kind of it's a weird gray area where maybe do you back off a little bit, or do you keep going because, hey, you're doing the right thing and they just got to deal with it, right? Or is there some sort of a compromise that needs to be reached there? Okay. I feel like you're somebody who's very secure in their actions and the behavior. So you try to do the right thing, In terms of this creative energy that we see right here in the middle, I feel like this is you going through the process of creating, of expressing yourself through art. And art is all sorts of things, right? I mean, art is dance, art is music, art is visual arts, and so many other things. By you expressing yourself in that way, I feel like you're getting into a deeper contact with your essential self, with who you really are at your core. Okay? And so it's going to be a very, very good exercise for you to get into a little bit of an artistic frame of mind and just try expressing yourself in a new way, right? In a way that you kind of say, okay, this is my attempt at art, whether it's music or poetry or prose or painting or whatever it is, okay? It lets you into a deeper communion with your own sort of essential spiritual self. Yeah, and that's always a good thing, right? Above everything, 7 of Cups here. I believe that you've been feeling perhaps a little bit under the weather lately, okay? I feel like there's something in your diet, and I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I feel like you're making some changes in your lifestyle or in your diet. I feel like really you're kind of like cutting something out of your diet. Either I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna go easy on the sugar, or I'm gonna go easy on the caffeine, God forbid. But something, you're kind of trying to limit something in order to improve your health. Does that make sense? And that to me is coming from the 7 of Cups, that we know sort of what we need to do to feel better, and it's just about kind of limiting something, okay? I feel like that's going to be a big focus for the week. And look at that, we've got the Sun card. This is a week for you to really get outside, get as much fresh air as you can, as much sunlight as you can safely get. Again, I'm not getting in the middle of that, the whole sunshine debate, but it's an idea of getting outside and doing something recreational, right? Doing something that moves your body, doing something that feels good, doing something that may lead you into contact with some other people. It's kind of saying, go out and just be your charming self. Make a new friend. Have a conversation with somebody. Say hi to a stranger. Maybe a good exercise for this week would be to go and just initiate one conversation somewhere. I mean, if you're at the coffee shop, just say hi to one person that you've never said hi to before, just to shine your light. And I think that this is really a very important card for you because, for one, it's the only major arcana card that we have so far, right? And it is sort of in the way forward. And I think all of these cards are talking about how you express yourself. How you are living your fullest, your best, your most sort of vibrant, your most holistic life. And all of these other areas that we're talking about really are going into creating the best version of you. And I think that this is really a good omen here. We're going to take a look now at a Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Anytime we get this Sun card, I like to do one of these Oracle cards. And we've got Romance. Very interesting now. We've got the Romance card. I wonder if that's going to be something that is related to your meeting with this intense artist type person who maybe does inspire you to kind of bring out a little bit of your own inner artist. And because these are two water energy cards, I feel like there's a really strong compatibility between the two of you. There's almost like an immediate attraction, okay? Maybe you're not looking for romance. That's fine. It doesn't say you have to do anything. But I feel like the opportunity is there if it's something that you want, right? And of course, the Sun card then kind of turns into you're going perhaps on a date with this person, doing some activity together with this person, something that's just meant to be fun and expressive. Maybe you're doing one of those, painting sort of things that people do, or going, to a park, or going to listen to music, or just something that's very pleasurable, right? But it seems like it's kind of out of doors. It's a public thing. If it's just going for a meal or something like that, right? But I feel like this is something that is going to be an option for you this week. Now let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. Oh, look at that. I got two. Yeah, we got three of them. Okay, we'll take it. We'll put Frank and Duck on top of all those. And we're not going to look at those until the very end, but hopefully they'll tie everything together, right? Give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction for one or all three of those cards, put them down in the comments, all right? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because it's totally free, and it does support the channel, and I appreciate that. We need all the support we can get. If you have already subscribed, go double check, because there have been reports of people being mysteriously unsubscribed from their favorite channels. Okay, so please go check. I appreciate you. And I don't want you to miss your readings, okay? Now we're going to look at the general energy on the path of the serpent. We've got the Emperor. The Emperor is sort of your boss energy now. I feel like when we are headed back to a regular life, or perhaps back to work after this sort of fun day, maybe on the weekend, or whatever this might be, when we return to our kind of normal routine life, I feel like there's a greater confidence in you. I also feel like this week you're going to be given a lot more responsibilities somewhere. If it's a work thing, I feel like you're involved in something with that kind of group dynamic, something involving teamwork, other people, so it feels like a work thing, but it could be school. It could be family. It could be a volunteer thing, a charity, it could be a church, could be a library. I don't know. But I feel like you're going to be given more leadership. You're going to be given more responsibilities because everybody trusts you. Everybody feels as if you're reliable. And so they're going to put more on your plate. Okay, you're going to be in charge of more things. Hopefully that comes with a little bit more sort of compensation too, right? Let's see what's next here. Oh, we've got the universe card. Yeah, there's definitely an opportunity for travel. With the sun card and the universe card, I feel like it's really a big sort of journey, a big travel. I think even the seeds of a major relocation might be being sown right now. Okay, you could be in the very beginning stages of a really huge move, like relocating your life overseas, somewhere internationally, right? And it could be either related to this romance, it could be related to this work thing, but I feel as if, not that you're going to be moving this week, but I feel like that is something that's just being planted. It's just an idea that's being planted in your mind right now about this big relocation, either at work or at school or home, maybe because of the romance. It's going to be obviously all of these things, right? If it's a literal relocation. But I feel like a big move. It could be a big promotion, okay? But I feel like it's the beginning of that process. And then perhaps in a month or two, maybe, we're going to see it develop even more. This idea of a really big shift, a really big move. It feels as if you're going literally like around the world and relocating somewhere on the other side of the planet, okay? It feels that way. It could be a really big move in terms of your career or in terms of even being promoted within your current field of work, okay? But it feels like it might be like literally you're moving your house, you know? The Magician. With the universe card too, I feel like this is the realization that you don't have a lot of restrictions or boundaries in your life right now. That I feel like you're open to a lot of new things. I feel like the possibilities, especially with this confidence, with the things that seem to be really going right in your life, I feel like you're on this path of really opening up, expanding your horizons, realizing that you can be and do whatever you want, right? And the Magician, of course, is knowing what you want. The ability to, the Magician is the ability to adapt. But adaptation's not always good, right? I mean, we think adaptation in nature is a good thing. It keeps organisms alive, right? It allows the species to thrive in any particular environment. But for us as human beings, we don't always want to adapt, do we? I think we're in a really bad situation. Yeah, we can adapt. I could find a way to live, find a way to survive that situation. But just because I can doesn't mean that I should just accept it and be complacent and acquiesce and concede to those circumstances. So the Magician card really is a card about knowing when to adapt and knowing when to change the circumstances. And the Magician kind of knows what's within its power to do. So I feel as if with this card here, you're realizing that you have a lot more control over your life than you thought. The things that you dream about, the things that you want, the future that you want, the environment you want, the circumstances, the friends, the family, the pets, the plants, right? That you can optimize your life in a way that is true to you. And I think that's important with all these energies that we've been going through today. It all kind of originates with the Three of Wands, your identity, who you are. Knowing who we are, then we sort of get an idea of, well, what do I want? Where do I want it? You know? And so this is the realization that you have an ability to control your reality, to create your reality, mold it in a way that's more resonant and harmonious with who you are. Okay? This card is also, I think, talking about an unexpected, because this card is kind of the card we don't want, but it's something that's going to happen. We're just going to have to sort of deal with it. I feel like you're getting an unexpected like email or letter or phone call from somebody that you never thought you would really hear from again. And I kind of feel like they're an X. It's almost like the universe knows that maybe you're involved in something new. And so somebody from your past is going to be calling you up again. And I don't know, maybe it's something that's going on online or whatever it is. But I feel like that's kind of like, it's kind of like it's the communication we don't really want. You know, somebody from your past calling you up again. Now, the final outcome, we've got the Temperance card. And the Temperance card really is about finding that internal balance, finding the balance between our private, personal life, between our love life, our work life, our creative life, our spiritual life, trying to find the balance so that we can have this holistic experience of the Sun card, which really is, you know, the rays of the sun are all the different aspects of your life. And the sun doesn't just shine one beam of light over there into your love life, right? It's everywhere. It's ubiquitous. So this is about us kind of learning how to live a life that is whole and complete. There's no overemphasis on any particular thing. It's not just work. It's all about work, or it's all about my, you know, physical health, or it's all about my love life, or my creative life, or my spiritual life. No, it's everything. Your life is all of these things, you know, combined. Yeah. I think a lot of stuff, I mean, this week's going to be insane. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on this week. And especially we got 3 mystery cards. Let's see what these might be. All right. I've got really no idea whatsoever. I'd like to see the adjustment card, your Libra energy. I'd like to see some, well, I think what we need here more than anything, I think we need some earth, some water, and some air. All right. Let's do one at a time. Here's the first one. There's the earth. 3 of Pentacles. So the situation with the workplace, with that person that feels like you're kind of stepping on their toes a little bit, I think there's going to be a lot of harmony. There's going to be sort of a restoration of that balance there. I think that maybe through your actions and through your sort of your correct action, you know, and your consideration and your thoughtfulness, that this person is going to realize that you're a very important teammate to have. There's going to be a lot of cooperation there. Okay. And I think really the way you handle that is sort of leading to this sort of promotion energy that I'm feeling. So I find that's going to really, you know, by the end of the week or into next week, it's really going to harmonize. All right. So that, very good confirmation. The next one now, is this going to be some of that water energy? No, it's a 4 of Wands though. 4 of Wands to me sort of feels like a hotel. Okay. It feels like that. It feels as if we've been traveling and we need to stop somewhere for the night. Yeah. So this might be talking about a short-term travel. We might be kind of an overnight stay somewhere. Okay. But I feel that this is also related to that situation at work. Okay. Because we have the 2, the 3, and we've got now the 4. It feels as if you're resolving this situation in a way that is really admirable, right? And really considerate and thoughtful. And I think the way to bring that about is to demonstrate to this other person that you are there as a team, that you are there to support them, that you're in this together, that there is this spirit of cooperation. Okay, I feel like that's going to really resolve any of that sort of conflict that's going on at the workplace. Okay, so I'm 1 for 2 so far. Final card here is, of course, that air energy. So I'm 2 for 3. But also this is the Knight of Swords. So this is your power card. This is the cardinal air energy. Okay, so this I think really is a card that's confirming that, hey, this is your week. This is a week that's really all about you and all about the different aspects of your life. And it seems like everything's sort of happening at once, but you can handle it. Now, this is not someone that's getting weighed down by all the pressure, that's getting overwhelmed by the energy. No, you're just able to get things done rapid fire. Like it's just, you're acting spontaneously. You're not spending, you know, all this time trying to make decisions and you're being indecisive. No, you're just like, all right, I'm dealing with one thing after the other. It feels good to be that productive. It feels good to keep moving. Right? And I think a big part of that is whatever work you're doing on your diet or your fitness or your health sort of thing. It's giving you a lot of clarity. Maybe it is the caffeine. It's giving you a lot of clarity and a lot of energy, right? And so I feel like you're able to move through this week very fast and get a lot of stuff done, even though there's a lot of different things happening. Yeah. It's gonna be insane. We're gonna do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Libra are on Wednesdays. Bonus readings on Saturdays. Be sure to watch both. All right. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.